But there's something wrong with the team right now, right?
Yes, and that's what I want to touch upon.
That they thought they were safe and dry and Champions League, but they're not really.
No, they're not. And we'll be looking at the table a little more. But just on the day, I'm looking at this, and I go back to something you said a while back about playing Christensen, right? Mm-hmm. This back three, where you've got Rudiger and Azpilicueta, whose bags are packed.
Yeah.
Right? And then, look, I'm not saying that they play badly or whatever. Just create something for next season.
I don't get
Start
it.
thinking ahead.
I really don't.
Are you really sending the message that right now, Azpilicueta at his age, and Rudiger, who's leaving, you have other players.
I know.
Come up with something else.
I struggle to understand, Gab, why he keeps going down that route. It doesn't make any sense. And with Azpilicueta, I know he's club captain and this is all good and he's been a great servant to the club. But he's been so tensed, not just on Sunday, but for the last few weeks. Remember the argument he had with the fan after the Arsenal game, all the mistakes that he made and all of that. I'm not sure he should start a game like this,
The flashpoint was that head-to-head with Coleman after the incident between Yerry Mina and Mount. Azpilicueta comes charging out the back, and things get heated. There's a melee. Coleman goes and gets in his face. Now, these are two club captains.
Yeah. Two very experienced guys as well.
Two very experienced guys. The referee kind of screwed that up, and because I kind of felt like in that moment, and look, I'm not absolving Coleman and Azpilicueta of blame here, but in that moment, you're a referee. You just turn to them and say, you guys are club captains. Completely. Sort it out, send everybody away, and I'll talk to the both of you. Rather than have these two guys like get in each other's face, like
it was so strange.
It's funny too because they're both little, so they're both like, like
they look quite similar actually. To be fair, but it was really strange. And again, I go back to my point on Azpilicueta. I don't know what's going on. If he's stressed by the situation, he's not happy because the team is not playing well. What happened with Tuchel, the sale? I don't know, but he looks like he goes from 0 to 100 just like this. Yeah. And for no reasons whatsoever. And I think the mistake on the Richarlison goal would have hurt him big time. But I don't understand why you lose your composure like this. It's not good for anyone. It doesn't give a good image of you. It doesn't give a good image to your club. It was a complete shambles. And for me, it sums it all up so well. Right now, Chelsea is a Azpilicueta's temper. And this is no good. Going to an FA Cup final, going into the end of the season now where even your top 4 finish is not assured at all. Yeah, it's not good.
It reeks of insecurity. And I can understand. Okay, I'm going to give Tuchel the benefit of the doubt. The reason he made these choices, he said, all right, I'm going to have my 3 most experienced guys at the back. Because you talk about leaders on paper, Azpilicueta, Rudiger, Thiago Silva.
In a hostile environment.
Exactly, right? That's exactly what I want. Yeah. Been there, done that, And I'm not going to mess around up front. Maybe he thought, Lukaku still on his face on the bench, whatever, against his old team. Who knows, yeah? But you're putting too many eggs in this basket, and it completely does a 180 and turns against you. Because now what you have is, yes, a game you could have won. The Everton's goal was a deflected goal.
Yeah.
But also a game where you're sending the message that in a heated environment, we're not cool. In a heated environment like this, we lose our marbles.
Yeah, completely.
And that can have a knock-on effect.
Yeah, completely. There is clearly something that's not going right. Maybe the sale plays on the player's mind. Maybe what's happening off the pitch in private lives plays on the player's mind as well.
Well, in Tuchel's private life.
In Tuchel's private life. I think Tuchel is not the same anyway, in general. I think his tactical choices to play Havertz again and Werner next to him with Mount as that number 10, which is like a slightly different tactical tweak than what we've seen since Tuchel arrived, when you usually have the 2 number 10s behind a striker.
Which, by the way, I don't have a problem with that. But you did just sign Lukaku, who had a tremendous campaign playing in a front 2 like that.
Yeah.
Why is it so difficult to go Lukaku Havertz in this game? Or Lukaku Werner? Because
maybe he thinks that you can't have that with Mount as a 10 behind, and Mount has been going forward, especially I think Chelsea's best player this season in terms of goals, assists, chances created, all of that. He's the number 1 at the club.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Chelsea's player of the year, I have a soft spot for Reece James, so I might always make an argument for
I
him.
know
But
you do.
you would assume it's going to be him or Mount, right?
Yeah, I mean, Rudiger has a shot
And
too.
Rudiger as
but
well. Yeah. I was struck by Havertz too. Is that it's easy to forget that because he's tall and whatever, but he's still very young. And in a game like this, in that atmosphere where he's getting kicked, he's clearly rattled.
Exactly.
The other one, Werner, runs into his blind alleys, which brings us to this other decision that was made. You have a lot of options up front.
Yeah.
Why the same people again and again when you're not playing well?
This is where
Lukaku, I know some people don't like him, they blame him. Maybe he's not fully fit. I genuinely don't know. But
he came on against West Ham last weekend and did well.
And was fine, yeah.
This weekend, got the penalty. Chelsea played much better when he was on the pitch.
But if you're trying to devalue him as much as possible ahead of a summer where you may be forced to sell him, or try to sell him if you can.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job of that.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.